family of George Floyd at the White House.
Hey everybody, I am back. My name is Miss Nicole Tyler, aka Sexy Clean, the ruler in the building. Now I'm sitting here watching, I think this is Fox, and what they're talking about now is gunfire erupts at George Floyd Square on the anniversary of his death. This place is going to hell in a hand basket. Okay, that is what I said, and that is what the title is. Come on in the room. I'm here. Okay. Now I'm just here because a lot of times when I do a video, I always come back and do another video. I just have to because I always watch the first video that I've done and I'm never satisfied with that video because I just be talking and don't know what the hell I'm talking about sometimes, y'all. I have good intentions, but my words just I be so passionate that the words just always I get tongue twisted and tongue tied. Okay. So hello. How are y'all doing? Hello, how are y'all doing? We're just gonna have a little bit of a conversation. Nothing too drastic. Okay. I don't really have no real title. Okay. If you want to call in, you can. And to voice your frustration of what you are seeing in the world or in America that is getting the hell on your nerves. Okay. Now, I'm watching Fox. A lot of people don't like Fox, and I just turned it on Fox. I was really trying to find something on, and I just hit the button, and it was on. Okay, and it started with it being this is the anniversary of George Floyd's death. Okay, now, I did see on the news the cameramen setting up, I guess, to talk about and to commemorate this month right here. And gunshots rang out. Okay, people were falling down, laying down, and running the hell out the way, mainly the white folks. Okay, they were moving fast. Okay, when they heard those damn gunshots, pow, pow, they were gone. Okay, they were moving the hell out the way. But it did not stop the memorial it didn't stop the commemoration or whatever you call it. Okay, I don't know what to say about America. You all hopefully you all are woke. You all are cognizant of what the hell is going on around you and what you are seeing on the news. You know what, even though this may not be true, but sometimes I have to think about all of the police brutality and the police shootings. I mean, are these things planned? I mean, do these police officers just wake the hell up and just plan to shoot unarmed black people? Okay, now I know other nationalities might be going through this, but I'm going to talk about my people. Okay, that's who I'm going to talk about. All right, so don't, if anybody comes here on this channel and see that I'm not talking about all the other ethnicities and nationalities and races, I'm talking about people that pertain to me and look like me. Okay, so don't feel bad. And guess what? YouTube is like a big damn university with a lot of classrooms, and you can just easily go into one of those other classrooms. Okay, that is what I have to say about that. If you get confused and don't know why you're here. Okay, so that is one thing that I see, that America's going to hell in a handbasket. Okay, the police shootings, I'm just so confused sometimes when I see all these unarmed men getting killed and gunned down. And some of, we have recently had teenagers, the little 13-year-old boy, I think Puerto Rican, that got gunned down. And he had his hands up here, threw the weapon, and the police officer still shot him in the damn chest. Okay, he was dead. Okay, little frail looking self, he was gone. um Ironically, I don't know his name. I don't forgot now, because if you are watching American television and if you are watching American mainstream media, they hop from one topic to the next. So it's almost like YouTube. When I was in the beefing sector, a story would be hot for literally 3 days. I mean, 3 days it would be hot, and then the fourth day it's over. We on to something else. In lamestream media, it may be hot for about 3 days, and then they're on to something else. Okay, so I can't remember all the people's names if they're not having their names in rotation. But I do know the little boy that died. He was 13. I think he was a Puerto Rican, and ironically, his name was Little Homicide. Parents out there, listen to Miss Nicole Tyler. If your child, whether female or male, if their name is Little Homicide, I suggest you do something about it. Hello, this is Miss Nicole Tyler.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey, how are
I just
you?
wanted to chime in just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so you know what really irks me about America at this time, how the truths are right there in our face.
Yes.
We still turn down what we see with our own eyes.
Yes.
I will never understand how they bring up, incidents that happen with young women, and we got a president out here that did the same thing. The same thing with Trump, but I think that they both are a mess, and I just don't like how they put us in the middle to pick the lesser of the evils, in which I think Trump is. But America is just crazy right now, and I can't understand how we miss the absolute truth that is right there in our face, but we still go to a different narrative with the little boy.
Yeah.
No cop nobody should be killed. And let me also say this. There is a clip of a police chief going around telling us how it's racism that's going on, basically. Now, this particular chief I'm from Philadelphia. He's from the 17th District Police Station. Now, I'm not going to lie, back in the day, I'm 34 years old right now. I had my run-ins with the law right there. Now, this police station is 3 blocks from the Temple University College. To the left. To the right is the hood. 3 blocks to the right is the hood. 3 blocks to the left is Temple University campus. It was these Temple University students. Oh my goodness.
Off the chain.
When I say them college kids is out of pocket, they have liquor, parties till 5, 6, 7 a.m., music, the streets is full, trash. They bring rodents and not to speak about how much drugs they sell.
Yeah.
When college kids, they push them drugs. Okay, them kids, they push them drugs. Now, what I will never understand is how they go to the left, 3 blocks to the left, and not 3 blocks to the right, where the college campus is. I might got it mixed up, but that's how it is. That police station is dead smack in the middle.
Well,
of the hood and the college campus.
It would seem to me that the police officers are a shield for the college campus.
Absolutely. They got college Temple police.
Right. But the police are there to protect those Caucasian, Asian, all those ethnicities, those people who are not us. They're there to protect them and let them do their crime in peace. And if we say something and if we complain, because they put it out over the course of 100 years that we are predators. So if we complain, they're coming to lock us up.
Absolutely. They don't like when we complain about the college students, but it's the things that they do, we can't do.
Right.
They be in the clubs with us. They be blacked out, stumbling, can't stand on their feet.
Yeah.
Drunk.
But look, have you seen
loud.
Have you seen Power? The new Power is the Power with the son Tariq.
No, I don't watch TV. I don't watch any of that.
Well, it's in there. It shows in that on that show. And also, this is what in my opinion, a lot of the white students are doing. In my opinion, this is my opinion. What they are doing is they have kind of like got it sophisticated when they sell their drugs now. They sell their drugs online. Yeah, and so on Power, what they were doing was you go online and order your drugs, and what happens is how they deliver it. They have it disguised as um class subjects. So if you press that you want science, or if you press the button for science or math or social studies or whatever, worldviews or something, that could be for different types of drugs. So yeah, so what they would do is they'll order that
smarter and smarter.
Yeah, and this actually is true because I think last year it didn't even hardly get no media attention. I think it was Duke University. It may have been, and don't quote me on the colleges, but they are big colleges, and they all got busted with drugs and things like that, I believe. But I was waiting to hear more about the story, and they quieted it up. Like I didn't see it.
It was scrubbed from the internet. I bet you
Yeah,
that's what they do.
it's like I heard it one time, and I was like, "Oh wow, I can't wait to hear this story," because they label us as the crackheads, we're the drug addicts, we're the welfare queens,
aggressive.
we're all of these things, right? And then when they were saying that these colleges, when they had busted these college students with what they were doing with these drugs and things like that. I only heard it literally like one time, and it was scrubbed.
Look, while we get played over and over in rotation, mug shots released, address, all that.
Right. So to me, what you are saying, because I be watching all the stuff that's going on, and then I listen to the brothers. I told you I listened to General Yohana and Israel.
Nicole, I seen you around there in Kwame chat, honey.
I was in Kwame chat. I be in a lot of people's chats. I be in Young Pharaohs every now and then. But it seems
it's seen Young Pharaoh. I thought they put him off.
Well, hold on. Let me make my point. Hold on. It seems like to me, which I already stated, is that those police officers are there to lock your black behind up and your kids up and demonize them, and let those blue collar white students, the real criminals, to let them go by and do whatever they want to do. Okay. Now, far as Pharaoh, I haven't been seeing him. I was on his channel like 6 or 7 months ago when he was getting like 1 million views or something, and something happened to where they said YouTube had took the video down and all this kind of stuff, and he was saying he was going to sue YouTube. So I wasn't counting his pockets, and I didn't hear this. I just added this up in my damn head that he got probably almost $500,000. I don't know. Now, this is just from donations. Now, this could be true. False. But I was just adding it up because everybody was donating, and even I had joined his little school thing too. So he was getting my little $20 every month for a while, and then I stopped it because I stopped watching them, and I just went on to other things. But yeah, as far as Young Pharaoh, I saw him tonight. I didn't look at the video, but I saw him with Sarah Sudin Seti. He did a video with Seti tonight, but I didn't catch it. I didn't see the video. So yeah, so he's still doing things. He's still doing things. I just ain't catch the video, but I've been what I'm really into is world news, what's going on here and around the world. And I watch a lot of General Yohana, the Israelites. I watch a lot of different places that's talking about what's going on, because I know it affects us. It's like the unseen hand. We can't see these people pulling our strings, but they're pulling our strings. I was talking to my son. I was talking to my son yesterday, and me and him was going back and forth because I started bringing up women's sports and how I don't really agree with transgenders getting into a woman's sport and dominating the damn sport. I said, of course they're gonna dominate the sport because they really biologically they're men. I said women should not be fighting men, or women should not. They should not.
Joanna Man back in the day.
Right. And so I was saying, so he was like, "Well, I believe they should be what they want to be." I said, "I believe they should be what they want to be too." I said, "But if you ask me the damn truth, I'm gonna tell you the truth." And I said, "The truth is, our biological makeup is different from their biological makeup." And I said that if they want to form a league of their own with transgender league, I'm all for it. I'll probably watch it and every damn thing else. I said, but I don't agree with biological women sharing that same sport. And so my son was like, well, the women, if they know that they have to sign a contract, if they know they're going to be boxing a man or running against a man or wrestling against a transgender person, he said they know they don't have to do that. They could just opt out. They don't have to sign it. not the application, but the contract.
Mm.
So I agree with that. Yes, I said, you know what, Stacey, you are correct. I said that's why I went on my damn live and told the women, if you ever come up against that again, especially my people, and they tell you we want you to fight a transgender, her name is Neutrina, and she's a man. I mean a transgender. You just say no. Because you're gonna lose. In my opinion, you're gonna lose because they're biologically men, and that's just what I believe. I mean, which is true,
right?
So me and my son, we went back and forth about that.
Another thing about America that gets me. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Were you finished?
No, I was finished.
Well, another thing that gets me about America is how we have to be like everyone else. Like my social media was taken down. Like they took my whole social media down because I was basically, putting out there things about Trump and Biden. Like they didn't like that at all. And I didn't like how I was silenced and threatened and other things. And I'm just like, why can't I be myself? Why do I have to have the same opinion as everyone else? Like, why can't I hold in my mind my opinion and then consider other people's opinion? Like
right.
People what takes like when some of the things that I post, I got all kind of threats. But listen, if I wasn't as strong as I was, I would have let all that break me. But me having my own point of view and respecting other people's opinion, I don't get that every turn. Like I respect everyone's opinion, but
right.
Everybody be like, "Oh, well, you this and you that because you think this and you think that." No, I just have just a little bit more knowledge than y'all.
Yeah,
y'all haven't got to the point where I have gotten to, where I want to educate myself on my people.
Well, they don't.
These folks, they just gave them Asians, just passed a law for them Asians after a year of them saying they have been harassed by.
Not even a year.
Tried to put it on us, but we got Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm from Philadelphia. I was born in '87, but I think the movement happened in 1985. I remember that vividly, all because they don't want us to get on their level.
But look,
they know that it's possible, and they know that we can do it, and they don't want us to. So it just takes me out how social media or anyway, they just want everybody to think alike. That's not what God may set out to do. But that's it's just not what He wanted.
But that's part of Satan's plan. He's trying to get mainly us. That's why when I'm gonna go back to what you were saying.
We are easy to be led. That's why we are the only race that's easy to be led and forgiving.
But not in the no. I would disagree only to a point to where we weren't like this at first. Remember, we were made into the NIGGER. We were made like this. Joe Biden even tells you we were created this way to think crazily, to think of all this craziness that our race is going through. We were created like this. They created us to be these,
trained to think like this.
Right. We were not always like this. If you check out, look at Black Wall Street. Look at after slavery, we were still, even though they the buck broken our men, raping our women, they were doing all these crazy things to our people. Our people still held on to our dignity, our respect for one another. We still had love for one another. We were out there doing those Gullah wars, the men and the women. We were fighting these presidents. We were fighting. We had linked up with our brothers and sisters, the Cherokees, Indians, and all of them. We had hooked up with them, and we were beating some asses. We were not like the way we are now. Now we afraid to fight. We are now controlled
with the religions. They want to put us against each other instead of us working together.
Right. But see, when you read your Bible will tell you that we have all these enemies. In Psalms 83, it tell you who your enemies are. China is one of our enemies. Russia.
Always is. Russia is way too big. We can't do nothing with Russia.
All these people are our enemies, you guys. All these people are our enemies. And yeah, we like I said on the previous video, we sitting up there begging our enemy to please see us as a people and a person. They don't.
When they would never.
But see, they will never see us
Unless
that way.
we see us as that.
But see, that ain't even it either. The Bible has told you that Esau hates you. He hates us, and there's nothing we can do about it but join together. What little bit of us it is, and I don't mean the whole 50 million. I mean the ones that are like-minded and are free thinkers and able to discern and understand and listen and feel the vibrations of the Spirit trying to tell us and warn us. That's the Bible tells you that some of these people are not going to make it. They believe in like the, like I said, Cardi B's and, belittling ourselves. Y'all seen me. I just had to look a certain way. Now, what happened to me was when I was 7 or 8 years old, I didn't know anything about my color, nothing, When I moved to North Carolina from Florida, my aunts and uncles, they the ones made me see that I was black or brown. They the ones told me, you got a different daddy. I was like, what the hell? I was a little kid. I didn't know what was going on. I did not know anything about light skin and dark skin because my sister was light. And I didn't know anything about my color. I didn't know anything about that. And to me, that's when it came in my mind about my looks. I'm not prettier than my sister. I'm not, or not even just my sister or about light-skinned people. Oh, I'm not pretty because they keep telling me I'm dark. And I used to always sit beside people who were darker than me and go, well, I look like I'm this color. I don't look like I'm black because I'm thinking this is black. I used to be all messed up in my head as a kid. And that's what, not that I'm changing the subject a little bit, but, well, basically, this tie it all in is programming. I was programmed to think that I was ugly. I was programmed to think and be the way, which caused me to err in my adulthood because of the low self-esteem and things like that. So what I'm saying is basically the programming, what they do to us when we're younger. They get to us when we're younger and they program us. We watch all the slave movies, which even though we'll be like, if they do that to me this on the day, I'll do this and I'll do that. But psychologically, you're afraid. You're afraid of when you see these things on the television of your brother, your brother and sister
because they want
hanging
us
in
to bow
trees
down and give up and don't fight, don't say anything wrong, just give in because they're going to kill us.
Right. So we're so
psychologically, do what they say.
Psychologically, we are afraid, y'all. Even that's why we don't fight back. Look at what they did to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Fred Hampton. I said Frank Hampton. Y'all know I get mixed up with my words.
And I actually got a problem with. Now, no disrespect to everything that Martin Luther King did, but why won't they highlight Malcolm X and his birthday and some of the things that he, because sometimes a lot of our leaders led us astray.
Well, see,
especially now.
Well, we just
and that was me because I'm like, damn, how the hell did I get to Black Lives Matter? 200 of my dollars, my well-earned dollars. And I just let them massage, just.
No, well, see,
but whatever.
But let me tell you about that. See, and people that live in different states and everything, it's different levels of the programming. That's why when you talk to certain people from different states, they don't know a damn thing. They are programmed. They are all for Joe Biden. They're all for Trump. They're all for there for
a little over a year. And like you said, I never seen Confederate flags in person. Never.
What?
When I seen a truck with one on each side of his truck, I could not believe my eyes.
I live around Confederate flags. It's a lot of people out here where I live got cows and everything and Confederate flags. And
I see all the cows and animals and stuff and chickens and roosters running the street, running the roads, but I never seen with my own two eyes Confederate flags.
Yeah.
Like these folks don't want you to walk on their grass.
No, they don't.
Stay off them people lawn.
But look, but let me tell you, if they don't want you to walk on their grass, that's fine because we can get our own damn grass. See, the thing that the problem with Martin Luther King was that he wanted us to integrate. And see, since we have integrated, that is our damn problem. We think their water is better than ours, their sink is better than ours, their food is better than ours. When in reality,
we keep trying to fit in.
What the hell are we fitting into when we see these people are stealing from us? See how Satan is such a master manipulator that these people are trying to be us, and we sitting up there trying to integrate with the lower based people. And I'm not saying that to degrade the Caucasian race. I'm just telling you the Bible says this about Esau. If you don't feel you Esau, do not get all defensive. But the Bible says that these people are base. They trying to be like us, but yeah, we want to be in their presence, their school systems, their restaurants, and things like that. And see, that's where we have gone wrong. Because if you read your Bible tell you, come out of her, my people. Do not be around these people. Do not accept these people's gods. Don't do this and don't do that and don't do this and don't do that. And we have taken that and done, and our pastors have reared us in the wrong direction. They have gone in the direction of our enemy by by eliminating all of the scriptures that could have freed our mind. See, we could have been free. I would say we were somewhere, I'm talking about free in our mind. We were somewhere free in our mind in the turn of the century in the 1900s. We were still fighting. We still loved our husbands. Like I said earlier, in 1965, which wasn't even that long ago, we were marrying and having children. And if your child, made a mistake and got pregnant, who remembers the days when you would send that child away?
The church will put you out. My mom told me about it. It happened with her. She sure did.
You would send that child away. Nowadays, there's a show on TV called Teen Moms. They are celebrating that. They are celebrating that, but really, you see a lot of white kids on there. But and to me, what they're saying with the white kids becoming pregnant in their teens is they're
doing this so y'all can do it.
Right. They celebrating that because the white race, they have a problem with pregnancy. We get pregnant, we can pump out 15 kids like it ain't nothing for real. I don't know about y'all, but yeah, we got some good damn we can pump it out.
Overweight.
We can pump out some kids. You see how we were in Egypt. They were like, the Egyptians said those people, them Jew women, they still having kids. Yes. So to me, with the teen moms, when you see all the white race, when you see the white women on there, the teens having babies, that's a celebration. But so they have us up there too, because they're really trying to really kind of like embarrass us, because
push it on us, push it on our young women.
They're trying to tell us that it's okay, but really we know that it's not okay, because just in 1965 we were with a husband and we were having children, and we were not unwed, we were wed. So it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword, and that's why it's so important for the Tariq Nasheeds and the Jason Blacks and Binyal Israel and all these people that are putting out our history, and we are learning. We are opening up our minds and accepting the truth. You will not be able to accept the truth if you don't seek it, and you don't want to know the truth. You won't succeed, mostly. You have to be able to want to know the truth. You have to sincerely search out the truth. And that's the problem. They don't want to. Now, if you don't want to know, that's good, but don't say that I'm lying or I don't know what I'm talking about when I done did research so I can't research no more. This is what I do. I go down the rabbit hole until I cannot stop. This is what I do. Right. And it's nothing that anyone see, I'm like you kind of a little bit, like my thoughts get a little mumbled and jumbled. Like I know my teachers and I know my history, but sometimes I don't know how to articulate it. But you know what that like people can, like Tariq Nasheed, I watch a lot of METX, I watch a lot of Young Pharaoh. I know exactly everything that they know. I just can't articulate it the way they do. But guess what? As you get older in this system, as this is, y'all know, I'm just saying this is what I believe. As we get older and we're not getting the adequate sunlight, we're not eating the adequate foods that we should be eating. As we get older, we begin to get forgetful early in age, because a lot of our history should have been really taught to us as children. You know, just like when you have Alzheimer's, you go back to being a child, and you can remember everything like this and like that. You can remember.
Yes,
you can remember
all the time. Listen, you will never know about a arcade box went up to 99. It was no 100. We had households with a long cord that went in every room of the house.
Right.
We know who was calling. We didn't know what was on the TV. Like I tell them all the time, listen, just pay attention to now, and when you get older, watch how the world changes. Me and him got into an Uber the other day. The Uber was a Tesla, Nicole. When I seen that, I say, a Tesla? I said, if I'm not mistaken, that's one of those expensive cars.
Right.
Child, when he put us in that car, me and my son was just tripping over the things that car could do. When he said, if your mom said it's okay, I will show y'all how fast the car goes. Child, when I'm scared of heights, so I don't get on roller coasters. When I say that car took off and it gripped my chest, and we just said, I said, what the car felt like a roller coaster. And when we did that, we got all the cars around us chasing the car, the same car that just darted past every last thing, and they tripping like, oh my God, that's a Tesla. They waving and they trying to get him to stop, and I'm scared looking like, no, hell no, he a white man, he's next to no.
Our people,
so I'm just like, everything that's going on there is different. So I tell them all the time, pay attention to now, and when you get older, watch how the world changes.
But look, let me tell you,
to me,
it came out today or either yesterday or this morning or something about Dominique Wilkins. He when he's a basketball player, retired. He went into a restaurant in Buckhead, and they turned him away, saying that he didn't have the appropriate attire. And then he tweeted it. He tweeted it.
Inappropriate attire.
Yeah, he tweeted it, and then Killer Mike came back and said, y'all should do this and that, let him in, and should have let him in. And then it started getting some attention. And so the owners of the restaurant were saying, oh, we're so sorry, we don't want him. Look here.
But that's cool, because they got us apologizing after us for thinking them us this.
Look,
our opinion.
Dominique Wilkins.
Here we go. They're apologizing.
Dominique Wilkins and all the affluent black people that is cognizant of something, stop going into their restaurants. First of all, Dominique Wilkins, you a retired basketball player. You should have some millions of dollars stashed away. Go get your own damn restaurant.
Right. I'd have left a major ticket tell them I wasn't coming back. Don't play with me like I ain't got no money.
See, they're going to show you. They're going to show you now. You got Killer Mike.
And sometimes even if they got money, they still don't want you around. They intimidated that you got money. They intimidated when you don't.
But see, that ain't even got nothing to do with it. Got something to do with it. We are the real Israelite people. We are the real Jews. We are African American. We are just the salt of the earth. These people hate our guts. Go and get your own.
The real Jews, I need us to build some wealth around here.
Well, how are you gonna build some wealth if you are in the land of your captivity? This is not your kingdom. You gotta wait for yours. You are captured people. If you go back in history, all the people that were taken from their lands, they were made slaves. Okay,
well, I don't understand about America. Like, we have a constitution. We have the right to stand up to our government.
No, you
Why
don't.
Nobody wants to do so. They are not protecting one race. I thought the Pledge of Allegiance was here with liberty and justice for all.
No, that's a lie.
How they just sit to how do we as a race just sit back and wait and watch for the next cop to kill us?
But that's
one's doing nothing. We have to do something.
But the Constitution is not for you. When you get that in your mind, you will be okay. That's a part of.
Well, how do we overcome this if the solution isn't for us?
The solution, no, there is a solution for us. Is that the best thing we can do is just come together with the like-minded people. Try to have our little businesses to ourselves. Trade dollars between each other. Learn from another. In my opinion,
good, but we're not ready for that.
No. I'm not.
But a lot of people are.
No, a lot of people do have little small businesses.
Yeah, true. Yeah, a lot of people do, but the majority don't. And I just seen a headline that said, "This is why I won't support black businesses, and I'm just like, Lord.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, and I probably shouldn't be saying this stuff online because these people be waiting for me. Believe it or not, little old me.
I know my social media.
I don't have a lot of subscribers.
I'm ready to start a podcast.
These people be waiting to hear what I gotta say.
Learn from your mistakes.
But what I'm gonna say is, what I'm basically talking about is going underground.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ain't gotta know you got a little business. Everybody ain't gotta know these things. That is what I'm telling you when I say strategize, get your little business. Nobody got to know but the people. We can go underground and do things
strategically too, because these folks, they low key watching me.
Yeah, that's why I don't really come on too much now, and that's one of the reasons. But it just freed up my mind to, especially get my health and stuff together. Being after I took that damn shot,
right? And that's another thing. Our health, this food and things like my health is really bad too, and I'm too young.
Well, mine's more bad.
I'm 34 years old. Yeah, I'm getting ready to start growing my own fruits, vegetables, what they call it, spices, oregano, thyme, all that. I'm doing all that on my own. I have some land out here in South Carolina now, and there's so much out here, and it's so much cheaper.
Yeah.
Yes. This is
well,
where
I agree.
I don't agree with you because I
encourage that. I think you should do that.
It's zero crime, and my son is one of the 5 African American kids in his class, and my son got straight A's. He never got a C. Now let me say this, like, because of us moving and going through so much, and having to adjust to some different things. His grades slipped a whole lot, but I'm very active in my son's education. Now, I talk to his teacher 2 times a week. She'll call me when he's late to class and he's homeschooled. She'll call me when he's late to class or whatever. But you didn't call me and tell me my son missed 7 assignments. And I tell you, any problem, I'm active in his education. Call me, email me, text me. We dojo. I got all of that. But I'm just like, you call me and testing. She don't call me about testing, none of that. I'm just like, what is going on, ma'am? I keep asking you, and then I still communicate with you, but you won't tell me when he missed assignments. I don't play that. I just don't. I knew how my mom was active in my education. I got straight A's, and when they didn't pay attention to me no more, I didn't. So I try to acknowledge him when he do get the right grades. So, ma'am, why won't you just talk to me? And I talked to somebody in the store. It was a white lady, and she told me, she said, it's hard to say, but they don't pay attention to your color as they should. And I said, you know what? I know that. That's why I'm going to try to stay on her instead of her trying to stay on me. And I'm staying on him.
Yeah, but you still.
I appreciated that, but and it's only true. You do got some white folks that know what's going on out here, but the other ones, they just turn their head like that. That ain't our fight, in which we should do with these other folks, but we don't. We gotta worry about us first. We gotta clean our backyard first.
You still have to
anybody else to respect.
You still have to educate your child, yourself.
Respect each other.
Because see, our children need 2 different types of education. Because we live in this system.
I give my son all the history, the correct history. I don't agree with them folks teaching my child history at all. I know enough to let him know what's going on out here now and back then.
But you have to teach them. You have to teach them. They got to learn the history of the land, and then they have to learn. You got to teach them the history of their ancestors, so that they are able to strategize against the enemy. You see that? I think somebody told me. Predominantly white town that I'm in. I have to. It's important to him and me. But somebody told me that one of the first rules of chess, I don't know, but this is what I heard, that the first rule is never underestimate your opponent. You know how you have some people, they just go into it, they just know and think that they're gonna win.
Study them. You gotta know what's going on.
See, these people know all. These people know what's going on. All about us.
Jump into something. You can't.
They know all about us, and now that we are learning, and we have people who are putting out.
They know what they think they know about us. They know what they hear about us. They don't know about us, because if they knew about us, they would want to get money with us because we are the money.
No, but no, yes, that sounds sane and that sounds correct. But again, these people are our enemies.
Absolutely.
They should do all these things. We're the one holding up this construct. They should do these things, but they won't. They won't do these things. These people come from us, but they hate us. Okay, these people, they will never ever see us as human. They will never ever see us.
They don't even see us as 100% human.
The Constitution is not for us.
Human, not even that much.
The Constitution is not for us. Once we get that out of our mind that this place is for us and all this stuff and the Constitution, and you got the 13th, you got the 14th Amendment, oh, you got affirmative action, oh, you got civil rights. No, we got to put all of that stuff under in the sewage hole. Okay, we got to change it all. It need to be redone only for us. We got to come up with this. This is just what I'm saying. We need to come up with something our own selves, separate from the land. We need to learn the land and still learn our own way for us. Okay, that is what we need to learn and know, but we got to still know their way so that if we do break their laws, because they do have the guns and the military and all this kind of stuff. Okay, and we see how they are just killing our people in the street. We see how Karen now comes up in your yard and come up in your yard, or if you are in a damn building, she think that, oh, what are you doing here? Oh, you can't afford this. We see how these people can get.
I had one tell my son, you can't bounce that ball. And my lease says 10 o'clock a.m. until sundown. That court belongs to the apartment complex. You can't tell my son he can't bounce the ball when my lease says otherwise.
Yeah, well, to them, this is their country. You know, even though we know they stole it from us and then other natives.
The sound of y'all bouncing that ball is annoying me. But ma'am, I don't know what to tell you. When he came right in here and told me, I told him, you never disrespect an adult. I don't care what color. You let me handle an adult. A child handles stays in the child's place, and an adult should handle an adult. You don't go back and forth with adult. Never.
Well, you know,
let your mom do that. I'm your mouthpiece.
Let me tell y'all this situation that happened to me in Las Vegas when I lived there. My son, who is still short, now y'all know I'm 4'11". My son is like 5'5". He's short, right? He's 29 now. When we lived in Las Vegas, he was 14, but he was really little and short, and he even sounded still like a girl. He had not got his deep voice hadn't came in yet, right? So my son would be out there boxing with the other with the neighbors' kids and everything, who were either white or Spanish or whatever, right? And so I guess one day he got to boxing with one of the little neighbor kids and knocked the tooth out, right? And so the mom called me. The mom called me and said that she wanted me to pay the bill. And I said, I am sorry, ma'am. And because I looked at her son was real big and tall. He was like 5'8" or something. You know, my son is 4 or something, really short. And I said, well, look at your son and look at my son. Your son put on the boxing gloves, just like my son put on the boxing gloves. And it ain't my fault that, you know, he's young and my son can fight, because my son is very athletic. And he was out there fighting. So, you know, I'm sorry, but I'm not paying for your child's teeth or medical bills, okay? Because he shouldn't have been out there boxing with a 13, 14-year-old. Just because my son is short and little, he thought that he could take my son. But my son was whooping his ass.
Underestimating.
My son was whooping his butt. And I told him straight up, I will not be paying your medical bills, okay? Now, I can see if my son just walked up to him
the other way
and pushed
around,
him.
I'm sure 9 times out of 10, listen, that's what you asked for. You thought you could go against him. Now you know you got practice mode. Period.
Right. That's right. But yes, I'm reading this comment. We are powerful by Miss Piscean Goddess. We are powerful. That's why they are intimidated.
As a matter of fact, Nicole, let me go and jump off here and make sure he in the bed.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you for calling.
It was good having a conversation with someone like-minded and understanding in other people's opinions.
You are welcome.
You're welcome. Have a good night, Mr. Cole.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay, I'm pulling on this cord and it's making this noise. But anyway, yeah, so they thought that I was gonna be paying some daggone doctor bill, and that was a hell to the no and a no to the hell, because maybe your son might be going on 6 feet or something, and my son barely won't even hitting 5 feet. But my son was older and he knew how to box. My son could fight, you know. That's a hell to the no and a no to the hell. Let me see some things I done wrote down. The thing with Dominique Wilkins, you have some money, you got a little piece of change. You shouldn't have even tweeted that. You shouldn't have even been trying to. I know you know, for some reason, a lot of our black people still believe that this is their country. It is, it is our country, but at the same time, these people done took the country over. Okay, these people do not really want us in their establishments. A lot of these people don't even want us wearing their clothes and things like that. But our people, for some reason, we are being rebellious and going, I'm gonna wear your clothes anyway. And really what you're doing is wearing their clothes, being rebellious, encouraging other black people to wear their clothes too. And guess what? All you're doing is giving them all the money, making them rich, while you just got a damn piece of clothes, a piece of clothing that has decreased in value. So that's what I'm saying. We just need to stop being rebellious. Okay, you can't get into the establishment. Move on. Why you had to tweet that and then Killer Mike now? Killer Mike is supposed to be so woke and he do a lot for black people. Him and T.I. and Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms and all of this stuff. But guess what? We are not really supposed to be frolicking with these damn people anyway. I know we have to work with these people. Yes, we do. I mean, these people own these apartments I'm in. They own the land. Of course, yes, I'm gonna be respectful. Yes, he. Good luck in your life. Good luck in, I'm gonna be all of that like I have always been. But the truth is, we need to know the truth that where we are. And see, I think that we had not been taught that we are in the land of our captivity. It's crazy because we knew that where we came from. We knew that they came and picked us up off of the coast of Africa, the west coast of Africa. We knew that, but for some reason, the devil, who is very cunning, he switched it up on us and made us believe that we are part of their system. And all it has done was make us spend 1.10 trillion or more a year on their products and things like that, and we don't have anything. Now you got Puff Daddy, you got all these Byron Allen, we got some black people here in America who are millionaires or billionaires, but what do they have to show for it for you to see, far as them giving us jobs or putting up manufacturing companies and things like that? I'm still waiting on it. Now people keep telling me Jay-Z is a billionaire and Kanye is a billionaire. What makes a billionaire is not you making other people outside your race rich. Okay, you ain't a billionaire to me. Where's your Walmart? Where is your companies? Where's your manufacturing companies where you are employing people? Where? If you don't have any of those things like that, to me, you're not a billionaire. To me, you're just holding on some green paper that's not worth anything, because all the money is supposed to be backed by gold. Gold where? They got the gold. You don't. You got, anytime these people want to take your money, slander you, saying you sleeping with prostitutes or you killed somebody or you did some kind of scandal, all your money could be gone and you could be locked up or buck broken or whatever they want to do to you. They could kidnap you, take you somewhere, clone you, and bring about another Jay-Z or another Kanye. That's how powerful these people have gotten. And if you ask me, with our damn help, okay, we've helped these people, because without us, they wouldn't even have the money that they have. So when it comes to Dominique Wilkins and all this stuff and Killer Mike, these people still trying to get into the white establishment. Why? That should have fueled something in you to say, well, shoot, I'm gonna go build me a restaurant, give it the same name, spell it a little differently, and I'm gonna have my people coming to the restaurant. I'm gonna have the best chefs and everything else. That should have encouraged them to do that. But no, what it did was encourage them to get on Twitter like some biatches. I said it and complain, so that you can go into the restaurant because you dribble the basketball for Zaddy. You dribble the basketball for the establishment. Child, I can't. The mass shootings are to implement gun laws to disarm us completely. Pay attention. Yes, Piscean goddess, I believe that too. I believe that too. But guess what? I've been listening to a lot of people, and a lot of our people are woke on that regard. Now, I don't know if it's because they love guns or what, but a lot of our people are up on that tea. They are up on what's going on. But our people have to still stay woke because Satan is so cunning. Okay, he is so cunning that he will come up with some kind of crazy not an explosion, but some kind of scandal, some kind of, it'll come to my mind later, for us to give up our guns willingly. Now, you know how I know that's true, what I just said? You've heard a lot of our people, even including me, because I'm still pissed off with myself. You've heard a lot of our people say that we're not going to take the shot. Okay. A lot of us. And then a lot of us have taken it on the low, because I didn't even know our people was really taking it, because most people that I know were saying they weren't going to take it. But I guess that was just in my little circle of people, because when I looked at it in a vast way, like a large number of our people are taking the shot. So even though we know about Tuskegee, we know what they have done to our women and our men operating on us without any anesthesia. All kinds of things they are still doing to this day to our people medically. We still got the Black Caucus. I talked about that on my last video before this one I just did today. I talked about how the Black Caucus on their website, on Twitter, the whole Twitter ain't nothing but vaccine drives, getting the vaccine. You even had Spike Lee, he did a video. Get the vaccine. Tyler Perry, get the vaccine. You had all these Black elite people telling us what to do. Get the vaccine, because they were being paid, if you ask me. So if they could do that to get us to get something in our arms that may or may not kill us, because it really has not had the proper testing. I said that. It's an experimental drug. I believe that. Then somehow in the future, you just never know what Satan is going to concoct for us to give up our guns. Now, hopefully we won't. I'm hoping that we don't give up our guns, but Satan is just so cunning. So we'll see what he's going to pull. Let's say Gucci made a mockery of us, but I'm always seeing our people in Gucci, this, Gucci, that. Yeah, that's right. Gucci, if you're talking about the name brand Gucci, H&M, wasn't H&M the people that had the little black boy saying monkeys, something about hanging in trees or something about monkeys, like something but with the monkeys. Then we had Tommy Hilfiger, another one who said he didn't want us really wearing their clothes. They didn't make their clothes for us. You know, so these people, they tell us openly, they're not ashamed to tell us they don't want us wearing their clothes. It's just that we are so messed up in our brains that we take that and think we're doing something bold by saying you can't tell us what to wear. We're going to wear it anyway, when really it's like a reverse psychology. We still wear their clothes and they get the money. Instead of us taking that, thank you, don't want me to wear your clothes, sir. I'm going to go ahead on and make my own SHIT and build my own factory and sell my clothes to my people. That's how we supposed to think. But all these years of programming and brainwashing, buck breaking our men and our women, children, everything. I mean, it's just a sad thing. We are just, when you actually are doing that, when you are actually forcing yourself on a boy, to me, it does. Well, I believe it does do something to your brain. It really scrambles up your brain. I'm saying this and that. You can look that up and have your own thoughts about it. But I think it do something to your brain mentally when you get buck broken. You just don't think correctly. Even in slavery, when they were tying our men up and beating our men, and they were doing this in front of us. It's still in our bloodstream. It's still in our DNA. What we've seen, we pass that down generation after generation. That terror that we experienced and what we saw. all those hundreds of years ago, what we saw, it frightened us, it scared us half to death. That's why now we are just a docile people with the help of the Christian Baptist Church. Okay, we are just a scared people. You don't see us out there. We is like you. I have heard. Well, this is true. I've seen people. You know, they'll shoot people that look like me and you. Our people. We don't mind drawing a gun on each other. But when you see that Asian man coming down the street, or you see that white man or woman coming down the street, any Indians, whatever, you gonna put your gun in your pocket. You know, I mean, they didn't got us. We are like remote controlled people, which is sad. And so we are waking up. Thank goodness we are waking up. But all we can do is just continue to pray for our people. You know, all of us are not going to wake up. A lot of us are, and we just have to stay connected to those people who you are able to conversate with, talk to, pluck each other's brain, give each other information and things like that. Because a person who's in the world, they ain't gonna understand nothing that you damn is saying. Not nothing. They gonna think you crazy. But if you start telling them stuff that I'm talking about tonight, you know. Let me see. I wrote something down about Biden. What's going on with Biden? One thing about Biden is what me and a whole lot of other black people said. We was telling people, don't vote for Biden. Biden don't like black people. He's not going to do nothing for us. And he really didn't do anything for us. He was just vice president for 8 years. And then he's been in Congress, Senate for 47 years. And so that should tell you that this man ain't thinking about doing nothing for you. So I don't know why we were out there twerking and getting our booties to the poll to vote this man in. Now, you all know this man, Joe Biden, had a conversation or a meeting with the Black Caucus, Al Sharpton. That man's name just came up to me. Al Sharpton and the Black Caucus. And he was talking real down to these people. If y'all heard the recording, a lot of us, I heard the recording. I mean, I don't know what it is when they get around black people, their tone change. You know, it comes to it turns to some kind of condescending. You know, I'm superior, you're inferior. You listen to me, I'm gonna tell you what to do, and if you don't do it, you know, I got the whip waiting for you. That is how, in my opinion, Joe Biden talked to the Black Caucus and talked to Al Sharpton when they were just trying to talk to him about meeting their needs and getting or our needs, about getting laws passed and things like that, because Joe Biden did tweet that he got our back because not me, but we put him in office. And he talked real down to those people. He said that he was not going to be using his power to sign executive orders for anything for us. He said he's not going to do that. Now, how many of y'all been keeping up? Now, it's been it's over 100 days. In his first 100 days, out of all the presidents, they went through the list of presidents. Joe Biden has wrote the most executive orders in the damn first 100 days. He did 40 something executive orders, and none of them have to do with me and you. But he got our back. So to me, that may have been some damn code word to his people. Like, yeah, we got your back, literally, like whipping your ass, whipping on your back. Because it don't make no sense that he said that he's there for us. We voted him in. He got our back. And then he writes 40 executive orders that don't have anything to do with us. They got something to do with everybody else, everybody. They are still talking on the news to this day, the 27th of May. They're still talking about passing the George Floyd Act. Now, see, I'm not a beggar like that. I'm not a beggar like that for real. But it don't make no damn sense. Our people see what the man doing. This man do not want to put nothing in the act. He don't want to do the act for real. All of that is for show and symbolism. He don't want to give you no damn law. He don't want to reprimand the police. He don't want to do these damn things. That's why he told you straight up in that meeting that somebody recorded. that he said that he was not going to use his power to write executive orders for me and you. He told you straight up. And he done wrote 40. He even was on tape saying he thinks that a person is, did he say a communist? He said something, a person who used their power to do a lot of executive orders are a communist or something. He said, communist might be the exact word. He said something along those lines on one of those town hall meetings. Time this man get in office, he started writing all these damn executive orders for LGBTQ, transgender, sending money overseas, anti-Asian, the American Rescue Act, which they sprinkled us in there here and there. See, Kamala Harris tried to make it look like it was for us only, but no, it's for every damn body. You got to get in where you fit in. And trust me, these people be on top of that money. They be on top of that money. How many, I don't know hardly no black people that have been to the opportunity zones. I don't know how many black people that went and got some of this money. I don't know that many. See, you got to be on it. And to me, a lot of that money goes back to their pockets. They haven't really set up for their pockets. So when you go into these, if you do find the opportunity zones, if you do find that where they got this money at for you to qualify for, trust me, when you walk in there, you looking like me, they got all these qualifications that you need to be able to match. And trust me, they probably got a book. If African Americans come in here, this is what you're supposed to say and do, and turn them away. If the immigrants come in here, here's the book for them. See if they match these. And it probably be about 2 or 3 things. You turn that page for us, it's going to be like 100 things. They're going to say, oh, you got this, but you ain't got that. You don't qualify. Oh, you got these 5 things, but you ain't got these 10 things. You ain't going to qualify. Okay, because I have heard last year, I think, when during some of this money that was given away, supposed to be to help you out of your circumstances due to the Colt 45 virus, they had some man that was driving a Lamborghini or something. He took that money, got $300,000, saying that he had a damn business or something. He just bought a Lamborghini because, see, he probably matched the qualifications. Okay, he was this and he matched the qualifications. You go and try to get some of that money. Oh, you qualify for this, this, and this, but the rest, I'm so sorry. I gotta turn you down. I'm so sorry. You don't have this, and this. You don't have number 10 through 20. You don't have these. You do qualify this, but you got all of it got to go together. You got to have all of these. That is what they're telling me and you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Westfield. So we just gonna have to, like I say, go underground. And I'm sure they got something in place for people who are doing things underground. When I say underground, they just not on the they off the grid doing their little business and things like that. Because these people, they have came up with a whole what I want to say, a whole snare for our people. If we even try to go this way, they're going to cut you off that way. You try to go left, they're going to cut you off this way. You try to go underground, oh, they might got something down there. But still, if they don't know what they don't know, we might could get away with something. Now, I'm putting too much on here. It's not a lot, but you know what? You know how we love our damn phones? Cut them bitches off. Okay, cut social media off, okay? I said it. Cut it off. So they won't know and be able to track you. Big young. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. All right, let me read this. Nicole tells there are thousands of blacks who were rewarded for the opportunity zone money with minimum qualifications. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know that, TC Winfrey. You have to know how to package your application. Writing is important. Okay. Well, all right. Well, we got one person that is that know people who have gotten the money from the opportunity zone. Okay, I personally don't know anyone. So thank you. So maybe that will encourage people to try. And she said writing is important and you have to know how to package your application. So maybe that is why we're not getting, a lot of people are not going for the opportunity, maybe because writing is fundamental. Yep, track and listen. I know firsthand. People in the sector receive some of that money. Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know who received any of the money. I don't know anybody that received any of the money. So I only can talk for me, y'all. I only can talk for me. I only can talk for me. So we do have somebody that said you have to writing is important and you have to know how to package your application. Thank you for bringing up the opportunity, though. Much appreciated. You are welcome. You are welcome. Now, somebody came on wrote a comment for me. They were saying that I am encouraging people to not go to universities and not go to college and not get an education. Now, I would say that's half and half right. I would say 50% right, 50% wrong. Because nothing I say is going to stop somebody from wanting to get an education of this system. Okay, getting an education to learn how to maneuver in this system of white supremacy, which I don't really hardly ever say that word, to know how to maneuver in this system. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, because you do still need to know your enemy and you still need to know who you are too. Okay, but what happens is when our people gets in the enemy's universities and things like that, they forget who they are. They forget that where they came from, and for some strange reason, all of a sudden they think that they have been accepted in this system. Now, okay, I'm gonna go a little further. They think they can get accepted in the system. Also, are they getting the jobs that they're going for? Now, they have so many different things you can take up in these universities and in these colleges and things like that. But you have to make sure that you are going for something that going for a career that's rewarding. You got to make sure that it is something that you can get paid off of. And you need to make sure that when you go for this great career that you're going to have all these $250,000 worth of student loans that you can be able to pay it back. Now, one of my points was that a lot of our sisters are not married. Now, I talked about that in the last video. I should have cut my fan off. I'm having my little hot flashes. I talked about that in the last video where I saw a video about IUIC, and they did a great video on the Black family, dismantling the Black family or something like that. And they were saying that in 1965, 75% or maybe 76% of Black households, they were married with children. Drop down to now, it's like 8 and below percent. So that means if I'm going to sit up here and encourage my audience or whoever watching me to go to school, I think that I may try to encourage you to definitely try to find you a partner, so that maybe so you both can be educated. Maybe he's educated, going to college, or going to trade school, you going to college, so that you can help each other out with your student loans. Because trust me, going to college for 4 to 8 to 10 years and coming out to a job where you are locked out because they didn't hire they got nepotism in a lot of these businesses where they're not going to hire you. They didn't hire all their cousins, these whites, these Asians, and all this stuff, these Vietnamese, everybody. They didn't hire all of their family members. You got a high incidence in the tech field here in America. All the jobs are far as all the Indians have all those jobs. Okay, all of them have those jobs like that. So you got to make sure that it's a rewarding job where it is maybe not competitive to where you can get hired and you can get a great grade of pay, and where you can pay off your student loans, and you have a husband, you have a partner. Now, I also said in that last video, 2 videos ago, that I was watching Jason Black's The Black Authority. That's his name. I was watching his video, and he had like 5 women come on there, and they had, one of the women was in her 30s and had a $250,000 student loan, student in debt. That is a lot of damn money, and and I think she's paying like $100 a month, and she was not married. That is what I'm saying to that person that said, I need to keep on encouraging people to go to school. Now, if you want to go ahead. If you're going to find a job that's for you and you know that it's not competitive and you're going to get hired and you can go ahead on and make your own pay grade and you can get paid to pay off a $200,000 student loan, cool. If that's the case, go right on ahead. But I listened to that show and it was like 5 women who had 4 or 5 women who were in debt, $167,000 in debt. Somebody had sold their house, or mama sold their house or something. So that is what I was saying, and that I was talking about. And he was like, you should be encouraging people to go to college and go this and that. What do y'all got to say for that? What do y'all got to say? I mean, how many of y'all then been to, let me say facts, they still look at you the same. Entrepreneurship is freedom. How many of y'all have gone to some restaurants and you see elderly people working in the restaurants? Not elderly, I shouldn't say elderly, older people, maybe 55, 60, 65, 70. And you see them working at these restaurants, they're white or Asian or they're not black. How many of y'all been seeing a lot of that? You like, what are you doing working here? I thought that, you might see a younger person working in fast food. So that go to show you something is going on. And I just don't feel like believing that going to college is the end all be all for our people, when our people, it's been put out so many times about some of our children coming up now have a 4th grade reading in math, 4th grade education, and they're in the 12th grade passing and they can barely read. So why am I going to be sitting out there saying you should go to college and all this kind of stuff? And then they passing the kids along. They done lowered the grading scale from even when I was in school. Even when I was in school, 92 to 90 to 100, 90? I think 92 was a B. If you got 92 to 86 or something, that was a B. Now I think what I want to say is anyway, they didn't change the damn grading scale. They didn't lower it. They basically, and even schools now, what I've been seeing too in the news is how they basically saying that they're gonna start passing our kids along. They don't care if they can read or write. They're gonna pass them along because they're saying that we have been complaining so much about poor education and all this. If y'all are passing the kids along, that's still poor education. So you're going to passing them along. First of all, your child going to school, your child not getting the proper education. Okay. Which is the parents' fault too. When your child is in public schools, they do get a check for your child being there. Okay. Each child that's in your class, that's money right there from your child. Okay. So they making money off of that. And your child ain't being educated properly. Okay, they passing your child along. Okay, they could care less, they still getting paid, all this kind of stuff, right? Then they give your child a degree, or he gets his diploma, pass them along. He thinks he's smart, or he thinks he's educated now, because he's not all the way educated, but he got some type of skill set in his mind. He think, I done completed something. I want to go to school. I want to go to college. Okay. He might go to a college and see his grades and think that, okay, he did pretty good. He did pretty well. We're going to give him a scholarship, or we're going to give him some loans. Then he gets to school, see that he can't do the work, or she can't do the work. It's above their education level. And then they stuck with bills. They stuck with student loans. It's just like when you turn 18, they give you a damn credit card. You don't even barely got a job. You just graduated. You got a damn debit card. And of course, you give a child $250 to $1,000 on a credit card. And, they want to buy the latest gear, the latest fashions. They young. Their mind ain't really to where it should be as far as the growth in their mind, maturity in their mind. The brain ain't matured yet. They're going to be in damn debt. So, you know what, people, we can just differ on this point, but I'm just saying, basically, you want to go to school to learn master's way, but make sure, you know, it's something where you can it can be rewarding when you finish and you can be able to pay the bill, and definitely find you a mate that can help you. Okay. Okay. No, they passed them along because they never believed in them in the first place. Teacher on. Okay, the Passion goddess. God said they never believed them in the first place, honey. Okay. They never believed them in the first place. They might take one child out the hood and educate that one child. Then that child may be bright and everything else, then pass through their system and learn their ways of life, and then leave and take them to a whole nother environment where there's nobody there that look like you or look like me. Then they come home, they're a whole different person. They done been programmed and brainwashed. Child. Somebody said they in debt. I'm in debt and graduated in 2006. It was a waste. I pretty much taught the class because the teacher was clueless. Good night. That's terrible. And you in debt. Now, we're gonna pray for you. We're gonna pray for you. And hopefully you find a husband or somebody to help you out. Because that's one of our problems is when it came to women's liberation, you know, we sitting up there joining a liberation to get rid of our man. To get rid of our man, and we can stand on our own. We can raise our kids by ourselves. You don't never see, and it is true because I've heard Tariq Nasheed, I've heard, you know, some women say this as well. You don't hear other races talking about they don't need their damn man. You don't hear that. You only hear us. Oh, sister girl, black girl magic, always trying to, they put all these little cunning devices in our communities that make us think that we are better than our man. And that is not even the order of things. And that's why we are all out of order. We are all imbalanced. And guess what? When the main people of this earth, which is our people, the melanated people, when we are not balanced and we are all out of focus, out of tune, that means the planet is out of balance. That's what that means. Cause we sitting up here trying to do everything ourselves. Now me and my son that came up in a conversation too, and he talking about something. What's wrong with you? You racist, sexist? He's telling me I'm everything. Because I said, well, there's some things that women should not be doing. And he believes, well, if the woman believes that she can do it, she should do it. I'm like, well, but some things women should not be doing. Like, in my opinion, we should not be working on cars. That's me. I feel that way. If I feel that way, that's my damn business. I feel that we shouldn't be no damn plumbers and all this stuff. Let the men have the jobs they do. Let the men have their assignment on earth, and we do our assignment on earth, and we come together as a family and raise these kids. But see, everything is out of balance. Well, we sitting up there thinking we can do everything like a damn man, and that's why we all messed up. That's one of the reasons. It's a whole slew of reasons we're all effed up, but that's one of them because we are just out of balance. We are all imbalanced, messed up. We think that we can. And my son, he's 29, so he still don't really understand. And if he wanted to understand, he'll block it out just so he can remain somewhat clueless and ignorant. Willingly, like he don't want to get it. He says, life, I don't want to be thinking that way, Mom. You know, he don't want to wake up. He want to stay where it's easy, or I can watch basketball, or I can watch, you know, all this filth and all this stuff. Oh, let these people be what they want to be. I'm like, but that's really out of order. And I be trying to tell him, but like, you know, well, if God wanted it, it didn't want this to happen, he would have did this and he would have did that. So we'll go back and forth about it. And I say, well, you need to read the word so you will understand what's getting ready to happen soon. Look at all of read the prophecies and look at everything that's going on around you. But see, him, just like a lot of people, are just pig-headed. They just don't want to reconcile it in their mind. They don't want like anything that they view is a problem. You know, just like you have the plantation and you have the slaves and you got massa. You got the slave owner and the slave owner's wife. And then you might have somebody out there complaining like, this ain't right. This ain't, man, no, this is not right. Oh, and then you start coming up with all these ideas of how to damn it escape. You can have some of the damn slaves gonna be like, what are you messing it up for me? Look, I'm living good. I'm eating good. I might be working 23 hours out of the day, but I'm doing good. Yeah, I only get one pair of shoes a year, one hat a year, one shirt a year, one pair of pants. But Master love us. We are here on his plantations. We get the sun. We get the works. You know, yeah, sometimes when I don't pick enough cotton or, you know, I don't bring enough tobacco, you know what? Master whips me. He should, because I should have did my jobs. Okay, you messing it up for us all about all that complaining. I just don't want to. Yeah, you saying what you're saying is true, but no, I don't want to be with y'all with that. You know, and then when y'all go to bed and y'all look private quarters, that same slave going to knock on Master door. I got something to tell you, Master. It looks like some of the slaves out there, they don't like us here. Oh, is that right? Oh, is that right? He says. Tell me more. Well, you know, they saying that, you know, you only give them one pair of shoes and you whipping them, you know. Mary Jo out there then lost all the kids. You know, she couldn't feed the kids and everything, you know, and the kids went hungry and died, and they just ready to leave. I think they planning something. That's that slave that you messing it up for him. So you got people out there like that. They don't want to hear nobody talking what I'm saying and what you all know. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear, yes, go to college, get you a degree, and you're going to be great. Forget the student loans. There's Master Joe Biden got jobs for you. Obama got jobs for you. You can get a job at Wall Street. You can become that CEO of some of these top businesses. You can do it. Well, where is it at? Well, show me, where is it at? You got what, a good handful of CEOs and everything? Yeah, a good handful. Gotta run, but God bless. Okay, Westfield 90, thank you. God bless and keep speaking the truth. Thank you, Westfield. Thank you for the donation as well. Thank you for the donation. Yep, CA dropped all testing. Exactly. My children are rainbow babies, so they have premonitions. My youngest daughter predicted the pandemic weeks before it broke out. And you also know that there's a lot of movies they've been talking about. A lot of movies been talking about pandemics and contagion. And I saw Travelers, and I watched all seasons of Travelers. I think it was like 3 seasons of Travelers, and they were talking about nanoparticles. Now, nanoparticles, they were saying is what's in the shot. That's what I was hearing. I don't think so, but who knows? And in Travelers, what they were doing was they injected you with something, and those little particles was basically healing you from the inside, something like that. So I saw that on Travelers, and I think they were talking about in Travelers, they were talking about some type of pandemic as well in Travelers. Travelers, I don't even know what year it came out, but I saw it like in 2017. I saw Travelers, and they were talking about a lot of things that's going on to me today. All of the Travelers, they had came from like 2030 or 40 or 50, and they had came back into I guess back then when it was 2017 or something, and they were coming back to stop things from happening in the future. So they were going back to the past, and you know, you've seen movies like that, like a time machine type of thing, but it was pretty good. Yes, in the shot in the food, especially chicken. Let me see what else I wrote down. Okay. Also what I wrote down was it came out in the Buckhead newspaper or the Atlanta newspaper or something, where the Buckhead residents, the white wealthy residents in Buckhead, they want to create their own police force. Now, I was listening to Black Authority. I think he had this on his channel a couple of days ago, and he was saying that you know, when you listen to T.I. and you listen to a lot of people, I guess in the media from Atlanta, or you listen to, I don't know. I've heard people say, well, Atlanta is the black Mecca. Atlanta is the black Mecca. There's a lot of money here in Atlanta. But then you have people who calls into the show and tell you that really the black people don't really got that much money for real. They in debt. They're trying to live above their means. They got all these car notes, house notes, and all this stuff, trying to live above their means. And that they don't really own any land. And you all know the money is in the land. And so we already know who owns the damn land. It ain't a lot of these black people. A lot of black people, they might have a house and they own little acres here or acres in the land and all that. But I'm talking about when you own thousands of acres of land. You own lots of land all over like Bill Gates can just go and buy all these acres of land and farmland. You know, so I've heard people say, you know, black people, they talking about it's the black Mecca, but they don't own anything. So really, you still a slave in your city like most of us are. You know, talking about something, it's the black Mecca. So that is misleading to our people, to make our people think that we got all these rich black people running around when no, they just as in debt as us. Just like I said, they always tell you about Jay-Z. They always tell you about Kanye. Oh, these are billionaires. Oh, Oprah, these people are billionaires. Oh, all of that. Okay, y'all got land. What y'all doing with y'all land? I have y'all, like I said, where's the Walmarts? I hate to keep on saying Walmart. Where the Amazons? Now, Amazon, Joe Bezos make what, in the billions a year from his business to Amazon? So, are you really a billionaire? Not Jeff Bezos. I'm talking about Jay-Z and all these black people that's supposed to be all these billionaires. You know, where's your money? You're supposed to spend money to make money or get a business and hire your people and things like that to keep that money in. So if you haven't done that, are you really a billionaire? But anyway, they were saying that Buckhead wants to police their own people. So if you ask me, Buckhead, they said that the crime didn't rose so many. The statistics are very high as far as crime. I just saw a video, I think it was tonight, I don't know if I got the Antonio Brown, I guess he was calling to defund the police, and then he went into a crime-ridden area, and his car got stolen. So he called the police after he wanted to defund the police. He called the police. It's crazy what's going on. That's why I said hell in a handbasket for America. You have Joe Biden, and he's just making all these false, empty promises, telling you that he's creating jobs, and then there are no jobs. You created 400,000 jobs in April, and you still haven't done no much better in May. So people are looking at that. He done got all this money, all these trillions of dollars that he want Congress and everything. They want to pass or sign all these to get all this money, and then most of the money is going out overseas. We're doing infrastructure, we're giving it to schools, we're doing this and that. Let me say another thing. They telling you, they done told all our people, you know, every time it comes up about reparations, they act like we're crazy. Whenever we bring up reparations, they act like we are just the craziest people. They didn't give reparations to everybody else. They didn't give 50 million people to the Asians just 2 weeks ago. 50 million people. But time we even bring up any type of reparations, all of the black bootlicks come out. What you need reparations for? What you gonna spend it on? Ramps? What you gonna spend? What you gonna do with your money? What you ain't gonna do nothing with your money? This is what they tell us to discourage us from asking for reparations. This is what they do. It may be over here or over there. But look over here because I took it out of the box.
Why would you open it?
I thought it was for me because I always order stuff. But anyway, it didn't have no name on it. But anyway,
where is it?
Hold on, y'all. Look. See if I put it in the. Oh Lord, I done lost it. It's somewhere in this living room. But anyway, so you have people who supposed to be for us, like the Black Caucus, like Al Sharpton, or like some of these mayors and some of these black mayors, some of these black governors, who time we start getting together mentally, we start getting together on one accord and start saying that, yes, this is what we want. We want reparations. You have all of them come out and try to steer you in a whole nother direction. Before you know it, you're talking about the George Floyd again. Before you know it, more people are getting killed. Before you know it, they basically they just making up stuff to stall so they don't give you anything that can better your life. That is what they do. They act like memorializing, which I should have said earlier, that George Floyd is all we need to survive. When I'm talking about the kids in school are not getting a great education, especially since they've been online, they're doing the virtual learning. That is just the worst thing that can happen. When a lot of the white kids been back to school, but they'll make you think that there are some white kids that are doing virtual learning. But to me, I believe a majority of them went back to school. They didn't been learning, where a lot of black kids are still virtual learning and not doing that well. They all stressed out, not turning in their reports, not turning their schoolwork. But they're gonna make you think all the kids together is not doing well. No, the white kids are doing great. It's just your kids are not. Let's see. Yep, buy land. Places like Puerto Rico. Let's see, because they're fakes. Yeah, I bet they do want to police. Yeah, so yeah. What I was saying about they want to police. You know, they're probably getting ready to re-gentrify parts of Atlanta, because they're having all of this crime. See, a lot of times what they do is they create problems so they can make laws and put your behind out. That is what they do to our people. That is what they do. They move in, create all these crime. Oh, it's so much crime. It's so much crime. Put you in jail, leave your homes and all this kind of stuff. Before you know it, your home, they might have sold a property or gave, if you do own it, give you a little $1,200. Okay, you go ahead and bring in all of these white people, all these affluent white people, Asians or whoever that have money and own businesses, and then hike up the rent, hike up the mortgages and all this stuff. They just pushing black people out. So I think that's what they're doing in Atlanta. I think that's what they're getting ready to do. And I think with the help of Keisha Lance Bottoms, we want to thank her, because she helped initiate a whole lot of stuff in Atlanta that wasn't for our people. They said that they don't feel protected. That's the people in Buckhead say they don't feel protected. Just like you had Dominique Wilkins. He goes to a restaurant and think that he should be able to get in. If they don't want you in there, go build your own restaurant. Now, it also came out that Obama, let me say, I wrote down, he says he was blocked from speaking up for black victims of injustice in the White House. That is your favorite president, Obama. That is what Obama said, that he was blocked from speaking out. It seemed like to me, you was the president, and if you wanted to write executive orders, you could have. But if you ask me, you chose to support Wall Street bankers and these people and all the big businesses. You chose to bail out the banks and all of that and let blacks lose their homes. That is what you did, Obama. And then you just was on the Breakfast Club somewhere. You was being interviewed by Charlemagne the God, and you was telling them that when you was in the seat, a lot of crime went down and a lot of jobs were made. Now, if that is also true, despite COVID, why is we today in 2021, we're in the worst condition? If for 8 years you were just doing just this great job for blacks. They said, I heard that somebody was saying that you were like a war monger, that you blew up a lot of countries. You sent a lot of drone strikes, Obama. Okay. Let me see. You say you started virtual learning I started virtual learning 3 years before the pandemic. Best thing that happened to mine, and it's not easy at all. But the parents or guardians have to be hands-on. Yes, you have to be hands-on with that virtual learning. You have to be hands-on. Yeah, that's what Obama said. Obama said that he was blocked. He was blocked. No, Obama is not for black people. No, Obama is not for black people. If you ask me, he's for everybody else. He's for everybody else. Anytime you have white people say they love Obama, then you know it's an issue. You know it's an issue when white people saying they love this man. And we saying that. Let me see. Thank you for the $5, the Sage. Much love, Black Queen. Thank you, Sage, for the super chat. You know good and well, anytime white people like Obama, there's a problem. Because anytime white people like a black person, that you should say, oh, there goes the neighborhood. That's what you should be saying. Because you know that they have sold us out. Okay, because don't know white people. It's some people sprinkled in there. I ain't gonna say all. I don't want to be generalizing. But there are some white people that agree. But when you have white people that really like a black person, they really, really like them. They gotta be. It's something with biscuits. That's like got something that you gotta be really for all of their laws, their policies. You got to think like they think, and you do have black people that think like them. You really do. You can, just like we say about reparations or we weren't always like this, and or they'll negate the fact that we just got like this after 1965. We just got like this, and they would swear, well, y'all, all of y'all are thugs. Oh, look at them. Yeah, you got your ass cheeks out. Look at your kids smoking. Look at you welfare queen. Look at all your guys, your son sleeping with your husband. You got all of these things that I hear other YouTubers say about black people. He was a crackhead. Look at all that crime. They shooting each other. Oh, they stole cars at the gas station and all this kind of stuff. They forget that we just got like this, and it was not our fault. We had a puppet master putting things in place to make sure that we turn out the way they wanted us to. And that is criminalistic, savages, barbaristic, no caring. We don't care about ourselves. We don't care about our children. We're having all these damn abortions. We weren't even people like that. So whenever you find a white person that just absolutely love a black person, it got to be something they agree with, far as the Constitution. We all are Americans. I used to believe that. I used to have that mindset, but then I had to sit up there and tweak it a little bit, because I say, okay, yeah, we have the Constitution, but really the Constitution ain't really for us. They said that we 3/5 human of a person. We're not really a person. And, I had to really rethink that, rewire that in my mind, So that's what I had to do for that. We all are American. I had to sit there and say, well, if we all American, then why y'all are not being shot down and your knee ain't on their neck? And why, you got those 3 white guys that went and saw Ahmaud Arbery in a neighborhood jogging or running or whichever he was doing, and y'all hit him with y'all truck and then pulled out a shotgun on the man. And when the man tried to fight back, you shot him. Okay, and then for months, you all were not even in jail. Trust me, if you had a damn pickup truck with black people that did that to a white person, all hell would have broke loose. Now, remember, I'm going to bring up Trump, but remember what Trump did. Remember when what was that? See, Central Park 5. Remember what Central Park 5, where that white lady was brutally beat up and was head injuries and all this kind of stuff. Look at all that stuff. That stuff that got national attention. National attention, and they were innocent. They did not even do it. But because they put so much horrible stereotypes on our people are predators, we're savages, we're demons, we just mentally disturbed, we're crazy. You know, they put these things on us. It was easy to get everybody around the world to believe that our 5 young brothers really did it. Then you had Trump. He took out a whole ad and said, oh, he want to bring back the death penalty or something. So we are not all Americans. Okay, we are different. We are really a different class of people. But because we make so much money for these people, they have to give us the illusion of inclusion. That is what they got to do. I said it wrong earlier, but that is what they got to do. They got to make us believe that we are part of them so we can join them. And then they can do everything off of our blood, sweat, and tears. That is how it is. That's how it goes. They're so clueless. Yeah, so I don't have my buck breaking. I showed you all on the last video that I bought buck breaking, and I'm still watching it. It's in my room, so I wish I had put it, because it's a DVD and I don't have my DVD player hooked up in my living room. But I will be finishing watching it tonight. I implore everybody to get buck breaking. Actually, get all of the series, get all of the Hidden Colors, get the 1804. Support Tariq Nasheed. I don't know him, but the information is great. I think that was Miss Philadelphia. I think they called, and she was saying that when she be trying to put the information out on her channel, she gets messed up with the information as well, like I do. And I was telling her that, you know, as we get older, we're learning these things as we getting older. You know, I'm 49, and sometimes it's just so much information that we did not know all of our lives. We are just coming into a lot of this damn information, you know, and a lot of the brothers that are buying these books, they'll tell you straight up, sometimes those books are $5,000, $10,000. I saw on one video, a brother was reading some of the books, and they were bringing out our history of who we are and how we got into slavery and all this stuff. And he was saying that he saw a book that was $50,000. So these people have put a lot of our information is in those earlier books. They have made it so and spent millions and millions of dollars to keep us brainwashed, brain dead, programmed, so that we don't want to know who the hell we are. And so as we get older and we're learning all this information, it's just so much information that, yes, sometimes I'll be saying the wrong words. I listened to my message today, and I said 2 things that I meant the opposite of what I said. I said, Lord. But yes, we're getting so much information now. And also, when it comes to critical race theory, you see a lot there. That's one of the topics or talking points they're talking about in Congress and in different states. You got a lot of white people, they're upset. They're saying they don't want their kids to learn critical race theory. And it is just crazy to me that you have a people who we're really separate, but you try to act like that we're not. And we have to go to your schools because we are in captivity. And we have to learn everything about this place, which is against our people, against the native people. Everything that they have done is against our people. All the laws that they put in place is against our people. Nothing is really for us, for real. It always have a little stipulation in these laws that's for us, that makes it like, is that really even a law? And then they don't even follow the laws that's for us. The couple of that we do have, it ain't many. So they are in agreement that we should go to these schools and learn about Patrick Henry, Thomas Jefferson, Robert E. Lee. We should learn about all the presidents, George Washington, everybody that don't look like us. But when we want to add in our history, I'm sorry that y'all history towards us is horrible. That's why y'all dressed up y'all history and hid a lot of our information. It's not our damn fault that you all are the real beasts and savages. Some of you all are. It's not our fault that some of y'all that came over here, stolen land, made the Indians sick, killing the Indians, taking their land, the Indian problem. That I can't think of what one of the presidents said, oh, we got a little Indian problem. And then said, well, I've been down there. Y'all say I'm fighting these Indians, but all I see is the N-word. That go to show you that we are the real Indians. We are the real natives of this world. We are the real Jews. We are the real Israelites. That should tell you. That's one of the presidents. I can't think. I want to say Andrew Jackson, but it might be another one that said, "I've been fighting the N-word. Y'all telling me I'm fighting Indians." Because they tell you that when you see an Indian, you see someone that got that's a light brown skin with long black hair, 2 braids on the side, old basic Indian look. They always got to have and little feathers around the head. They give you the basic Indian look, and then they don't want us to connect the dots and see that we are really those people. They just separated us by skin color, but really we don't those people. All of us are these people that's here. So they want us to learn their history. And when we go to try to incorporate our history, we can't help that y'all history is cruel. We can't help what y'all did to Emmett Till. We can't help y'all did half this stuff what y'all did to Black Wall Street. We can't help this history that y'all blowing up. Y'all every time something, y'all have all these mass murders and serial killers and all this kind of stuff. And then, but we can't help y'all try to put that label on us. I mean, make it make sense. Y'all get all upset. I saw the white woman. Oh, I don't want to learn this. I don't want our people learning this stuff. Why? We forced to learn your stuff for hundreds of years. We forced to believe y'all history and believe that we are part of y'all. And we done set up there. Y'all coming to our homes. Y'all are taking our children. Y'all taking our men out of the home, hanging our kids, lynching our children. Y'all done did all this kind of stuff. And all we're asking for to incorporate our history into the curriculum. And it's a whole damn issue. It's a whole damn problem. You just want to, some of these white people, they just don't want to take accountability and responsibility for their actions. They don't want to do that. They don't at the expense of you. So that's why when we see all these bootlicks, that have sold their soul, sold us out, sold their own selves out. We looking at them like they crazy. These people will never accept you. Once they get through with you, they're gonna put a scandal on you and kill you or send you to jail. Look at Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby in the 80s, blind as hell, can't see. They still locked his ass up. Let's just keep it real. Bill Cosby locked up. Bill Cosby thought he was gonna get away with spiking them drinks 70, 60, 50 years ago. 50-some years ago. But see, Bill Cosby, in my opinion, was trying to educate the people. He do have videos where he trying to, tell us our history and stuff like that. But at the same time, he's sitting up there allegedly cheating on his wife with all these different white women, white models, black models, all these different people. So, it don't take nothing for one thing about our open enemy. One thing about these people, y'all, they are very patient. That's one thing about Satan. He is very patient. He very patient. He don't care if it takes 50 years. Y'all can see that right now. Just open your eyes and look. Y'all will be like, but that happened 20 years ago. That happened 70 years ago. Look at Charlemagne. Charlemagne incident happened 20 years ago. Charlemagne, in my opinion, sold his soul so that he can stay out of jail. Charlemagne, in my opinion, I don't know when it will be, but they gonna come down on you, brother. You think that you out of the clear? You done probably been buck broken. You done probably gave blood. You done probably gave sodomizing. You done been sodomizing. You sodomizing others. You doing all this crazy stuff. You might have had somebody killed. I don't know. But when these people are through with you making all that money for that Breakfast Club, you better believe me, they are gonna cash in on that charge with that girl. Or even if they don't bring out that, they got something on you. That's one thing about Satan. He always keep a little foul on all of his bootlicks. So if they get out of line, they can say, okay, it's time for us to throw in the rape scandal. It's time for us to throw in. We think that he was involved in a shooting. Oh, we think that he's a kingpin, a drug kingpin. It's time for us to cash in our chips on your ass. That is our open enemy. That is what he do. I wouldn't even want to play the game. Like I don't want to play no games like that with my life, just so I can be with the white elite people. I'm just gonna sell my soul, and I gotta let you see me doing something, take pictures, and so you can blackmail me if I don't do what you want. Who, like, our people are crazy and sick in the head to go along with what Massa is asking. I mean, I just don't understand it. It ain't even worth it, but that's me. That's me. Say he said Black Americans are the real Egyptians. Okay, let me put on something. What's going on his TV? Why you never Professor Black Truth? He just uploaded a video. Why you can never let a racist off the hook? Yeah, that's his title. So I'm gonna be watching that. I may click it on now. Why I have chosen not to aid the investigation of Amy Cooper. Oh yeah, he's talking about the white lady that had her dog in a park, and the black man told her to put her dog on a leash, and she act like he was threatening her life.
While he was videotaping her and posted that online, she wound up suffering the rightful consequences, at least in a social sense, the rightful consequences of her racist threats. But the problem was, as egregious as her behavior was, what was even more egregious was the behavior of the victim, Christian Cooper.
He didn't even prosecute. It says, why I have chosen not to aid in the investigation of Amy Cooper. See, that's our people. We talked about that earlier on the last video about forgiving our enemies. You done went through all of that, recording this woman. The woman called the police on you, saying you trying to kill her, and you can prosecute, and you don't. See, that's our people. Our people are messed up in the head.
Not going to double down, but he would triple down on his delusion. He went so far as to write an opinion piece in the Washington Post, no less, telling the world that he was not going to aid in the investigation of a woman who tried to have him killed. And just to make sure that everybody else got the point, he started running around telling the white media that he was disturbed at the fact that Amy Cooper was receiving so much hate and that she had lost her job. That made him uncomfortable.
You see how black people, it made him uncomfortable because she was getting hate mail. She lost her job. See how black people?
To ask, gee, why was her employer so quick to have her fired? Did she perhaps have a long track record?
Her employer probably, who was a white man, fired her, and the black man got a problem with that. Our people are messed up. Our people messed up in the head, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna watch this after I get right off this video with y'all. That is crazy as hell. That is our people. That's our people for you. Now, he could have prosecuted her and everything. Oh, I'm so uncomfortable with all that she's going through. Becky is going through so much hate. Karen is going through so much hate. Oh my God. I'm not gonna aid in the investigation. What? See, that's why these people come back and lynch your behinds. That's why these people hold grudges against you, and they just so patient. I just was telling y'all, Satan is so patient. He'll wait 50 years to get you back. He'll wait 50 years to bring you down to your knees. And our people, oh, I can't. Let me let y'all go. I want to thank y'all for coming over here. Thank y'all for coming over here, sitting down here with me, Miss Nicole Tyler. Hell in a handbag, Hell in a handbag is the title of this video. I'm gonna keep that title up because America is going to hell in a handbag. Now, I probably need to go further into that title, but maybe I'll do a part 2 where I maybe talk about, you know, how America is aiding Israel, aiding Gaza. I mean, he seemed like to me he's aiding both. I don't know. I'm kind of confused with that. You know, he's giving Israel money to help them buy weapons and all this kind of stuff. Because of course both of them are Esau. You know, Esau have a whole lot of kids, just like Jacob got a whole lot of kids. Okay, so he's aiding these people in buying all these weapons. So if you listen to the brothers, they are already always talking about a World War III is going to be happening, and that, you know, there will be pestilences, earthquakes, volcanoes. We just had a volcano erupt last week sometime, and the people of Congo, it burned, all their damn homes was burned to the ground. Did y'all see that in the Congo last week? They had a volcano erupt, and it came down, the lava came down and burned up everybody's damn home. They all had to evacuate, and when they came back, it was rubble. Okay, so the Bible talk about all these things. It talk about the mark of the beast. It talks about an impending war. It talks about China in the Bible, Gog and Magog. It talks about that in the Bible. God is going to bring them to the forefront, which they are in the forefront now. So God is going to be letting us know and who these people are. You see, everywhere you look, every time you buy something, you look at it, it says made in China. There's not that many things that's made in America. A lot of Chinese Asians have bought up a lot of land over here too. They also have a lot of businesses over here in America. The Asians do. A lot of people don't know it, or they just don't talk about it. So China is already infiltrated over here. That's why you don't even hardly see Joe Biden going after China. Now, it's even hard for Biden to talk about, it's even hard for him to do the investigation in Wuhan when they know that that's where that damn virus started, because they were paid to do that virus. Fauci, he know. Rand Paul been questioning Dr. Fauci on the monies that they spent creating the damn virus. They not saying that, but that's what they were doing. And I believe Obama knew. Okay, so Biden, he's he don't know if he want to go on with the investigation. Now he wants to go on with the investigation and all this stuff, but they know that's where it came from. They're talking about they try to say that it was natural, it came from bats. Oh no, y'all had the bats in the lab, and y'all took the cells and all that stuff from the bat, and y'all were making these damn these viruses so y'all can put it out in the air so people can get sick. That is what y'all were doing. Then y'all try to blame Trump. Oh, he called it a China virus. Where was it made? Where the hell was it made? Every time a virus comes from a different country, don't you call it by that country it came from? I can't. But anyway, let me let y'all go. I'm going to watch this video. Y'all can go ahead on and turn to it. It's Professor Black Truth. He is on now. It's on now. And he's talking about Christian Cooper, and that Becky that he filmed her while she was in the park, and he told her to put the dog on a leash, and she just freaked out. So he's trying and called the police saying he's trying to kill her. And he is uncomfortable when he don't want to aid in the investigation to get her locked up or to make her pay a fine or something. It's just ridiculous. Our people need to wake up. But anyway, let me let y'all go. I am your girl, Miss Nicole Tyler. I want you all to have a great rest of y'all day. And I'll be coming to y'all probably in another week or two. Y'all know I don't be one to come on often. And plus, YouTube censors a lot of my videos, and they take some of the videos down. They say it's age inappropriate, or what I'm talking about. They won't monetize my videos anymore, because they want to keep me controlled. They want me to encourage you all to do all these things. They don't want me talking against the elitists in the Facebook. They want Miss Nicole to be dumb, which I'm not. I might get a lot of the things mixed up, but trust me, I know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay. All right, y'all have a great rest of y'all night. My name is Miss Nicole Tyler. Thank y'all for sharing, liking, subscribing if y'all want to, and joining in the conversation. And I'll see y'all next time. Mwah, mwah.